There's actually loopholes within the NCAA policies that allow student athletes to return to that D1 sport about a semester early at a different D1 school, at a Big Ten school, even if they were explicitly found responsible and had been expelled. Hi, my name's Naomi. I'm helping advise for sexual misconduct prevention.
Hi, my name is Josie, Urrea, and I'm also serving as an advisor for Sexual Misconduct Prevention Committee for Ford, Maryland.
So a problem that has come up is the fact that student concerns and cases aren't handled necessarily well within the Title IX office, also with the Office of Student Conduct. That being said, it's in terms of individual cases, it's accessibility. There's a lot of issues with anonymity remaining for students, also specific updates like on their cases and ways that they're being taken care of. Even sophomores and rising juniors aren't fully aware of resources on campus for survivors, or where they can go if they see something or if something happened to them. And a lot of that is also they're not aware of the extent of which sexual misconduct happens on and off campus. It's not just at parties. It's not just outside buildings or with strangers. It's also people you know. It could be within your dorm specifically.
So SMP over this past year has really taken on like an education lens and role in campus. And so we essentially also want to move next year to make it a lot more action-oriented, especially at a global scale, to pretty much bring spotlight onto UMD and how sexual misconduct is being handled at UMD.
There's actually loopholes within the NCAA policies that allow student athletes to return to that D1 sport about a semester early at a different D1 school, at a Big Ten school, even if they were explicitly found responsible and had been expelled. Another big problems that we've been facing is the lack of representation for minority communities on campus and multicultural student groups. Regarding putting pressure on them and also how their cases are handled, something we really want to push for is instituting a specific position within the Title IX office that specifically handles student cases and updates them on their case, what's happening with the person they accused, different people that they can reach out to in terms of resources, and that's what we want to do.
We wanted for next year to expand our network, and we wanted to work with different organizations on campus, especially all types of organizations, to ensure that all students are brought together in this education process. For example, we really wanted to work with RHA next year to target the specific underclassmen population that lives in dorms, considering that for underclassmen, a lot of sexual assaults on campus happen behind closed doors in the dormitories. So what we wanted to do was kind of come up with policies with RHA to ensure that residence assistants and community assistants were working together to make the building safer and educate their residents on policies, what sexual assault is, the actual definition, and just in general, trying to market resources in the dorms. For example, CARE, PSA, all these organizations on campus that help survivors get the resources that they need. So next year we want to kind of work on lobbying efforts, both to the Maryland General Assembly and in DC right down the road. So we think by doing this next year, it not only will help survivors kind of find another avenue to make positive change, but it will really bring a new light to SMP.
Something that we've been working on and that we want to continue doing next year is in terms of partnering with other students from Big Ten schools, putting pressure on NCAA to provide more transparency, but also change these loopholes, bring more accountability, which is also another trend we'd want to bring more forth to the campus, and that's more of like a national effort.
These listening meetings, especially the ones that we had this year, went successful, and we really wanted to keep incorporating that to ensure that we are being held accountable to our constituents, but also it's another way for us to help bridge the gap between minority groups on campus and how they're disproportionately affected by sexual assault and the Title IX office and their accountability. For example, if you go on one of their websites, the Spanish version is much more different and inaccurate compared to the English version. And we want to ensure that not only multicultural groups, but especially the LGBTQ plus groups on campus, their cases are all being handled just as equal as other students on campus. Yeah, thank you so much for talking today with Naomi and I. And if you have any more specific questions about Forward Maryland's sexual misconduct prevention platform next year, feel free to check us out on our website or reach out. Thank you.
Yep. And remember, elections are April 22nd to April 24th. So see you then.
Yeah.
Was I looking at the camera?
Let's go.